Yo, what's going on, Jungle Cats? Got us here, coming back to you in the new year. Today we're going to be making a tier list of all of the Pokemon in Mythical Island and Genetic Apex. We're about 2 weeks away from the new pack release, so I thought it'd be a good time to kind of do like a wind up on where I think these cards stand. Originally, I was going to be doing all of the types together in one video, but I realized after editing a little bit that was going to be a super long video. So I decided to separate them out into separate videos, which will be releasing over the next couple of days. So yeah, if you're catching this video within a couple of days, I've probably uploaded all the tier lists by now, and you can look in the description. If you're just catching this the day of, then you might need to wait like a day or two before I get all the videos out, but they will be coming. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to catch more of this content. We're going to be pumping out a lot of videos during the new packs. In this video, we're going to be looking at Darkness Energy, so let's jump on in. Ekans and Arbok. Arbok is a really strong Pokemon, and Ekans really just has like a baseline. I think because it evolves into Arbok, I'd probably put it in B tier. It's a solid stat line. Arbok, I would say, is probably like mid A tier. All right, then we have the Nidorans, Nidorinos. We'll do the Nidoqueen and Nidoking in here as well too. Nidoran female. I would say it's decent. It's definitely better than the new Coughing, just because you can potentially pull 2 Pokemon, which is really helpful. I think it is good when you hit it immediately and can start playing right away. So I would maybe put bottom of B tier. It's a good starting card, but you need to hit it early. Nidorina, pretty solid stat line, honestly. Not anything like too impressive, but I don't think it's bad. And it feeds into Nidoqueen. Male Nidoran, solid stat line, probably right about your B tier. I'm gonna move these all down to kind of like C tier, because the Nidoqueen Nidoking line is fine, but it's not anything surprising or like that amazing. Nidorino, I think this card is one of the stronger ones in the line, just because the stat line with the 40 damage, you're typically kind of like putting energy on these, so you typically do hit the 2 energy on this. So I think it's one of the more solid cards. Zubat's not super strong. Only really using it if it's like a psychic meta and we're building it a Golbat, but honestly a pretty bad stat line. I won't put it like full F tier just because Golbat can be useful and is a decent stat line. I would put Golbat maybe like bottom B tier, just because it's good against psychic decks. You don't need to put a lot of energy on it, and yeah, it's just generally a solid card. Cheaper treat cost. You can use it in any type of deck. Yeah, I think bottom of B tier. It definitely was a little bit better when Mewtwo was the main meta, and it's gotten a little bit worse since that's not the case, but I think it's still a pretty solid card. All right, so Grimer. So as we're getting to Grimer, I kind of wanted to like talk about and compare the Grimer Muck line with the Scolipede line. I feel like these cards are like very similar and go hand in hand. They both have like slight nuances where you might use them in specific situations. The benefit of using the Muck line is obviously that you have Koga, but the problem with that is that it's really hard to get Muck back in, just because it requires 3 energy. So you need to have everything built up at that point and then be able to rebuild the Muck back in. It can sometimes not be an issue, but it depends like how you're doing in the matchup for sure. And also another benefit with the Muck line is obviously that there's just 2 Pokemon, so it requires less draws, which is always helpful. And then with the Scolipede line, obviously the main benefit is that it requires less energy. You do need to draw 3 Pokemon, which can be a bit difficult sometimes. That typically slows down decks, is having stage 2 Pokemon, have to draw 3 Pokemon. I feel like they both go hand in hand. They have their ups and their downs. I do think they're both pretty solid, but I don't think they're super amazing. I mean, typically I think the strongest darkness cards are like Arbok and Coughing. But yeah, these I'd probably put Muck, Scolipede like interchangeably at the top of B, and then I would probably put Grimer, Whirlipede, Venipede, probably like top of C tier. Coughing, I definitely think the old Coughing is better. Honestly, it's a really good stat line with the HP. Probably would put it above Ekans. And then the new Coughing, I think this is gonna be our first F tier. in here. I can't use this card. I don't think it's good at all. At most, you're only able to pull one additional coughing to the bench. I mean, that just does not ever seem like that worth it to me. Yeah, I just can't use this card. I've tried using it. It does not work for me. I think both of the Weezings are pretty good. I do think that the new Weezing is helpful for like late game if you don't have anything else. So you can throw off your enemy with the smoke screen. You are making the enemy flip, which can be helpful late game. Say if you're like playing against Mewtwo or a Charizard player and you need to just stall for one turn. I kind of see the like new Weezing as like Nurchin in darkness energy type. So I think it's helpful some of the time. I'd probably put it right above Coughing, middle of B tier, and then the standard Weezing, pretty good. I don't know, I feel like most of the time you're just like throwing this in there and pulling it out with Koga, but it can be used in a lot of different decks just for its ability. Probably put it right below Arbok though. And then Purloin and Leopard, I would probably, these both have decent stat lines. Purloin is like 60-20, which is pretty basic, but then Leopard's 90-40, which is a pretty solid stat line. The kind of drawback to this is that it has to be dark energy, so this can only really be played in a darkness deck. But honestly, I think it compares pretty well to Golbat. It's a little less versatile, so I'll put it under. Yeah, I'll put these both under the Golbat Zubat, but pretty similar. And then, oh, I thought I ranked these already. I didn't even rank them. Nidoqueen, Nidoking, both solid cards. I'd probably just put like top of B tier. They can put out a lot of damage. You do need to hit your lines with them. I honestly kind of think Nidoqueen is a little bit stronger just because it has the potential to do like up to 180, which is insane. That's just like Charizard level stats right there. It's just crazy. Yeah, they're both really good cards, but they're not super versatile. You do kind of need them to go together, and it's a pretty simple deck. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done that already. We also stream twice a week, so check out our Twitch down in the description below. If you want to check out any of the other energy types, then I'll also have those linked down below. I'll be releasing those over the next couple days. Deuces.